Hello Tom.
Hi Jörg.
It's nice to have you here in Millau in France for our Blulog meetup, 10 years anniversary actually. And I have some questions for you regarding Blulog's topic and Innolabel's growth, which was huge and still growing. So first question would be, what key strategies or initiatives contributed to this growth?
I think the first step was making a map of the industries and figuring out what industry could we develop more, what are the opportunities. And so we had the healthcare industry, for example, where everyone immediately thinks of hospitals, of course. But next to hospitals, there are other organizations in healthcare as well, such as the elderly homes and the psychiatric hospitals. And these two kind of organizations really made a difference in our growth this year because we brought them in and we learned about the way they work, and now it's just like a copy paste of their story because they all work in a similar way. And I think that's the way to work: copy paste the successful stories and make a map of what kind of organizations are in what kind of industry.
It's themselves, so not your effort actually, but the system, the Blulog system, how big overall it played in its growth.
Of course, because in this industry that I talked about, the easiness is very important. These kind of organizations have so much things going on, so a lot of different kind of solutions, and when you give them something new, it needs to work quickly, it needs to be functional, it needs to be easy to use, and I think the Blulog solution ticks all of these boxes. Once they get the know-how to use these kind of systems, they will never change it anymore.
Because of the easiness and
and of course the possibility to always add more devices if they rebrand or change their buildings or their structure. We have, for example, psychiatric hospitals, and they have a big building already, but they're adding a new building on the same site, and in this new building they want to have the temperature monitoring as well, and they already have the system in the first building, so they just copy it to the other one, and it expands for them but also for us.
Of course. About the elderly homes and psychiatric hospitals, how are they different from the regular hospitals? How the approach to the temperature control is different for them?
The psychiatric hospitals and the elderly homes, they can make decisions more faster than, for example, the regular hospitals. They are big as well, but most of the times not as big as the regular hospitals. And I think that's why they are more easy to convince as well. And we always provide them to have a test period before. So we provide them with a startup package for example, 2 to 4 weeks. They try the solution and then they immediately are convinced with, okay, it's very easy, we have everything we need, we are compliant with the regulations, and instead of a regular hospital, it's more difficult. There are more people working there, more different levels of functions, and you need to get everyone involved. Instead of the elderly homes and the psychiatric hospitals, the difference are
the decision-making process is shorter.
Is shorter, and faster, and you don't need to convince. For example, 10 people, there are only 2 people, for example, that need to make the decision, and that's why it goes faster.
How your past experiences influence the way you are working right now with these pharma companies, hospitals, and etc.
I think it's one of the things is that the experience that you get from exhibitions, fairs, trade shows, own congresses that you organize. I think that's a big thing that helps you get more confident and confident in this industry, and of course you talk to people and they get to know you. They know this hospital knows, okay, Tom from Innolabel, he takes care of the temperature monitoring of fridges, freezers, whatever it might be. Maybe you could talk to him about your location, and then we get in contact with them. As well, the fact that we are a family company, everyone is very close to each other. We can talk very openly about the business, and if there is a problem or anything, we talk to each other, and we don't need to be scared to ask questions or to learn. Every day it's a learning process, and you get to know whatever you need to know. I think the industry is now changing a bit in healthcare as well, because my generation, people from years around 2000, are getting inside the healthcare industry, for example, and they are way faster. They are much faster in their decision making, and they are more open to innovation. And because they weren't there the last 30 years, they are now just getting inside the organizations, and they want to implement their way of thinking. And that's something I noticed. Our generation is faster in their decision and faster open to innovation. And I think if I can talk with them, I'm from the same age as them most of the time. We just talk very easily about it, and it goes much faster than it was in the beginning 4 years ago.
Of course. I wanted to ask if it is a big challenge for you to convince the older generation, and what's their main concern?
In the beginning 4 years ago, I noticed that my younger age was a disadvantage. I looked like a young guy, and I didn't have all the knowledge I had now with the sector and the temperature monitoring solutions. And now that I grow into the business, I get more experience, I know what I'm talking about, I know what are the possibilities, and they hear this immediately. They know, okay, we're talking...
speak more confidently.
Exactly, we're talking with someone who knows the industry, knows the needs of the customers, and that's why it goes much more easy. Of course, people who are difficult to convince, we just try to give them time, and if it's not working the first time, maybe a couple of months later we try again, and we just show that we are there and here to help them if they need to. And most important thing, we are here to make their way of working more easy, to give them more time to do something else which is maybe more important than temperature monitoring, but we want to take care of this part for them and assist them where needed.
All right, so exactly solve their problems.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's the product you're selling, problem solving.
Exactly, yeah.
So you already told us that the decision makers may be a bit hesitant to choose different solution than the one that they are using already. But what other challenges did you face during this growth phase? Because the company didn't grow in terms of people, so I can imagine you had a lot of work.
Yep.
And it's more and more every day.
Yep.
So what are the key challenges that you have faced?
The key challenges are be able to give everyone the same kind of support, because every customer is important to us, doesn't matter the size. We want to make sure that everyone deserves the same kind of service. And this is maybe an issue for the future, because everyone has 24 hours in the day. In this period, you need to take care of as many cases and problems that could be. And I think that's why the teamwork that we have with Blulog, because you guys are more experienced in the Blulog solution, of course, you have more possibilities, you have more background knowledge. The help that we get from you guys is very important to us. The assist for cases or problems is for a big matter for us, and I think as long as we stick together and talk to each other, we always find a way to come out with a solution or another possibility.
Okay, so teamwork is the key.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, and then my last question would be, what are your plans for the future? Because I can imagine that you don't want to stop there and you want to grow even bigger.
Yep.
So what are the next steps for you?
Well, like Chris, my co-worker, my boss, my mother-in-law, she's stepping more back these days. She mentioned that in this and 5 years she wants to be retired as well. So then it will be completely Jenna and me who need to take care of the business. But we talked about this already. We want to grow and want to have the opportunity to have more people involved, but we want to stay at a certain level. We want to keep it manageable for everyone. We don't want to work with different layers, with a CEO, a management team, another layer. We just want to keep it small but strong, and
you don't want to become a corporation.
Exactly. We really like this way of working. I think the family business is always more stronger than a big corporation, like you mentioned. But we are good to go. Chris lay out the path for us. For us, it's just copy and paste most of the cases. And now, okay, I noticed that in the elderly homes and the psychiatric hospitals, there's a new opportunities. And I think as long as we can keep everyone satisfied, get to have more kind of these organizations attached to us, we will keep growing and be more stronger and secure.
Yeah. So you just want to build reputation on the foundation that Chris
exactly, yeah, and I think she did the perfect job for this. I couldn't be more happy and easier way to work with the things that she already did.
That's great.
Yeah.
Right, thank you for that, Tom. It was really nice talking to you,
Yep.
and it's really nice having you guys here with us.
Yep.
And let's hope in the future we will have a lot more opportunities to talk.
Yeah, of course. I wanted to thank you guys as well. I think you're one of the only producers that we work with that take care of these kind of events. You take the time to make sure everyone has what they need, choose a nice location, invite everyone, and the collaborations that that exist here, that starts here with the other distributors, is something wonderful. I think you guys did a great job, like
Thank
always.
you so much. Thank you.
Thank you,
Good
Jack.
stuff.